I should turn on my side light, right? I'm going to remember this time so it's nice and bright for everybody. I hate it when it's dark, right? You almost can't see properly the person. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you have your drink first. Hi, Pug Mama. How are you, honey? I've got my coffee today, so I hope you guys have whatever you're having. My very first comment about the original story that I was going to share with you guys today about the military lady. She had military husbands and stuff. I talked to her this afternoon, and she's been having technical difficulties for like the last hour. She can't seem to connect to her internet for some reason. So we're going to have to cancel the military story because, in all honesty, I want her to be able to tell it. I really don't want to be the one to just tell her story. She tells it so much better than I even could. So we're going to reschedule that. I'm not sure when. I told her to just contact me whenever she gets it up and running and connected, and we can make some time then. Maybe just do like a surprise live or something like that again. Hey, Gigi, how you doing, honey? Hope everybody is well. My neck and back are killing me as usual, but carrying right along. So it's a good thing that I have a bunch of other stories on the go. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit stuck today. However, we've got some pretty interesting stories. I have a story about a lady named Taylor. And then I have another story about a little girl named Salem. I don't really want to give out the last names and stuff like that. I don't think it's really necessary. So yeah, let's get started. All right. So this first story happened in Cape Breton Highlands National Park, and it was with a lady named Taylor. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Tambra? Doing good? Anyhow, so this lady went out for a hike. She was a hiker. The Skyline Trail is traveled at the national park by several people, thousands of people, like every week, and park officials, walking the trail alone and stuff like that is not unheard of. They've often seen many people doing that. So, So this lady decided to go out on a hike at the national park in Cape Breton. And, this is an unusual situation where there usually isn't an attack on humans from wolves. However, that is exactly what happened. And this attack was actually fatal. She did not survive this, sadly. And she was only 19 years old. She was very young. She ended up sort of basically kind of being hunted is how the wolf experts sort of explained it in a sense. These are people who study the animal, who have studied their ways and their hunting and their, how they act and whatever around multiple different kinds of people and stuff. And, it was just shocking for even the highest of knowledge of people who know about coyotes and wolves and stuff like that, for them to attack a human is just kind of unheard of. They really don't roll like that, if you will. So basically, they kind of hunted her. They preyed on her. There was a spokeswoman at the Parks Canada that said that the hunt for the second coyote that had attacked Taylor had gone on around the clock. Like they were just not even going to sleep until they got these wild animals, right? Because if they're going to start attacking humans, and nobody's going to be safe, so they have to put them down after something like that happens, right? Hey, Pam. Cape Breton. The national park in Highlands. Yes, it is in Canada, my dear. So this lady was a Canadian. She was actually a folk singer from Toronto. Hi, Miss Shaylee. Hey, Amy. TGIS. Thank God it's Sherry. Too funny. Absolutely terrible. I can't even imagine that, right? Because, it was just unheard of for her to kind of go missing, and, she was just nowhere to be found. Um, she had died overnight at the Health Science Center in Halifax. Um, she had been on tour in the Maritimes, when this had all sort of happened. Um, So an RCMP officer shot at one of the animals but couldn't find the body. And then later in the evening, park staff located another coyote and had killed that one. The park's resource conservation manager said he doesn't know whether it was one of the ones involved in the attack, but there were no signs on the animal's body, that it had been shot. So they believe that there was approximately 5 or 6 coyotes in the area. Park staff were still trying to sort of track down the other coyotes involved in the attack. One of the individuals, like this person that was hiking, she may have gone off of the path a little bit. However, that's still like, I mean, my guess if you go into their territory, right? But regardless, it seemed quite odd, even for the experts, for this type of animal to attack a person and for it to be fatal. I mean, one bite or two or something like that. But I mean, they just didn't stop until she was dead. That's crazy. They are basically classifying it as a rare attack. So a gentleman named Bob was a retired biologist with the Department of National Resources, said this kind of attack is extremely rare, and he's never heard of such a serious case in Nova Scotia. He said coyotes, which are normally up to about 50 pounds, are usually very shy, although they can be bold. It's just not really in their nature to act like that regularly. In situations like the national park where usually there is no hunting, no trapping allowed, they can get used to a human presence and not have to fear any retribution or whatever. But I mean, it's unclear as to what exactly happened between Taylor and these wild animal dogs. When the park staff arrived, Taylor was already en route to the Sacred Heart Hospital in Cheticamp. So the coyotes teamed up to take down a deer, and that's possible. They do hunt sort of in that way, but attacking humans is just not something that they regularly do. So, they may have snuck up on her. They may have, knocked her over before she kind of even knew what happened. And, there may have even been youngsters, like little dogs around somewhere, where they just capitalized on the situation where, the young person was, acting vulnerable. Because let's face it, if you show an animal fear, they're going to smell it. They're going to be aware of it. You almost can't even turn around and run. You sort of have to try to intimidate the animal back or just freeze and hope it'll go away, right? But if you turn around and flee, 9 times out of 10, that animal is going to give chase because it's going to think, right, game on, supper time. I got my babies to feed, so glad you're here. But absolutely crazy. So the coyotes might have been hungry and they might have been protecting, a kill. It was stated that animals at that park staff saw Tuesday night, they were, quite agitated and stuff like that. The experience in the past for any aggressive coyotes, which has been submitted for analysis, haven't had one come back yet as being testing positive for something like rabies, although sometimes they will come back being emaciated animals, perhaps despite desperate and hungry. So a coyote had come straight towards another gentleman in a different situation, and it had happened very, very quickly. It stopped, and I just stood my ground. I didn't act, he said. I actually regrouped and charged again. And I think the fact that I didn't act like a prey, victim convinced the wild animal to just leave him alone. But I suspect, just like the the professionals suspect that know these wild animals better than I do. I kind of suspect that perhaps she got scared and tried to flee, and that's when they all kind of attacked her. And unfortunately, like I said, she passed away from her injuries. So absolutely crazy. Hey, Tracy, how's it going? Hey, Tammy Thompson. Melly D. Hey, pretty lady. So the first little story that I wanted to tell you guys about was the lady by the name of Taylor, who was basically mauled to death by wild coyotes in Cape Breton at the national park. I mean, absolutely crazy, that these animals basically turned on her. Now, I mean, this happened a long time ago, back in 2009, but regardless, it was an intense, true story, I thought. Have a great day, Tammy. Hello, Kobe. Hello. Hello. So I honestly, I feel like, yes, if you're ever in that situation, and for those of you that like camping and stuff, like this season is coming up where animals are they are already in mating season, and they're a little bit more aggressive, than other times of the year. So I think raising awareness about this, despite that it happened so long ago, is kind of important, because a lot of us are potentially going to run into a wild animal if you do go camping or you do enjoy the outdoors. Perhaps you do like to hike and stuff like that. So I think that having some knowledge first off of your surroundings, your barriers, you want to know where these animals are, what kind of animals are going to be around, where you're going, proper and safe ways in order to store any food or drink that you might be bringing with you, so you're not going to attract them. And just being very aware, dressing in light clothing, and then not acting like a scared prey and turning around and running when you do perhaps run into one. Now, that being said, if they're charging at you, you kind of don't have a choice at that point. They're coming. It's best not to just stand there and wait for whatever's going to happen. But if you do happen to see them further away or whatever, and they are looking at you, don't turn around and run at that point. I mean, they're just going to give way and start chasing, right? They're going to think, great, this is dinner, So I thought it was kind of an important story to share that I had recently found myself. I did not hear about this story when it happened. So, hey, Joe, how's it going? So yeah, I had not heard about this story. I thought, you know what? I definitely need to share this because camping season is upon us, at least for me here. and it can happen. So, be aware of your surroundings. And if you are going on a hike in a new place, make sure that you know what kind of animals are there, and you're keeping yourself safe in the appropriate ways, You go glamping? You're funny. I love camping because you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I mean, you're just taking it all off, putting it away. It's a no fuss, fun type time. Bonfires, stars. I mean, come on, what's not to love? I can't bring my makeup camping. Are you kidding me? No, thank you. It's like a little vacation away from having to upkeep or something. You know what I mean? Hello, Queen Bee. Nice one. Could we see you smell your upper lip? You're hilarious. You're lucky that I don't get bothered by small things. No, it's all in good fun, though. It's fine. Let's see who is on the other one. Manny Cop. Hello. You became a fan, Joey. Very nice. So that was my first story. Again, I feel like we have to almost say it one more time. If you're going camping and you're going to be spending some time in the outdoor areas and stuff, make sure that you know your surroundings. You don't want to get, stuck face to face with some animal you weren't prepared to even see. And now they want to eat you. They're starting to hunt you. So, Sergeant Kobe, just because I was honest and told you about my age doesn't necessarily mean that I want the whole world to know. I'm 29 and holding. Thank you very much for asking. I don't understand what the point is of even asking anybody how old their age is anyway, unless you're so young that you think it actually matters, which perhaps maybe you are, Mr. Zero. You are probably just a very young child. Salut Yvette, comment ça va, ma belle? I'm not already taken, for crying out loud. Anyways, carrying on. Settle down. Anyways. Yes, Gigi, I am keeping a smile on the face versus a frown. Sometimes harder said and then done, but whatever. Okay. Now, the other story that I wanted to share with you guys, quite brazen, I might add, absolutely insane, actually. Thank God that it was caught. Like these doorbell cams and stuff like that, they catch some they really catch some stuff, because like this happened on the middle of a street, you know, that they were just, these people just happened to be walking upon. It was a mother and a daughter. And in all honesty, like it happened so fast and it was just so intense. Had that doorbell cam not have been there, there would have probably been a shady type description on the vehicle, because they wouldn't have maybe necessarily remembered all the details, right? Because everything happened so quickly, I'm telling you. This guy pulls up in a vehicle right beside this mother and daughter, and she's walking hand in hand with her daughter, who's 8 years old, you guys. 8 years old, and all they're out is for is a walk. And doesn't this guy pull up beside them, and seriously, he grabs this 8-year-old girl out of her mother's arms, like basically rips her away from her mother and tosses her into the vehicle, right? And I mean, the mom is just fighting back against this guy. There was a neighbor that was standing in the house that actually came out and heard the commotion and stuff like that, and it was actually his bell cam footage that caught the whole thing. I mean, it was insane. Of course, they caught the guy. I believe his name is Michael Webb. And he does have a criminal past history and stuff like that. But basically, the community just like, boom, stepped up into action. And like, they got that little girl back in like 8 hours. They actually found her at a motel because somebody had seen the vehicle. In the description of it, they saw it in the parking lot, and so therefore they called it in, and the police showed up and like busted down the door, and of course found the 8-year-old girl safe and sound. But like, you guys, like, oh my Lord, you can't even go for a walk with your child out on the street in public, and like somebody's just gonna come up and like smoke you and just rip your child out of your arms and just flee. I mean, absolutely terrifying for any of us that are parents. You can imagine. I mean, as I'm watching the video, you guys, and I'm hearing her screaming like, help, somebody just took my daughter. And like, I'm just getting goosebumps like all over my body. Like, oh my goodness, Lord, please help find this girl. Thank goodness that the end of the story was that she was found and that she was okay. But holy cow. Like, I mean, I was just shocked, very shocked. However, the guy is already in custody and stuff like that. So I'm also very thankful that that happened so quickly. But holy crap, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I believe he is in federal. You know, and because of this recent thing, I believe he has a criminal past of like rape and stuff like that. He's not a good guy. So I don't think he's going to be in like general population or anything like that. But at least he's locked up. At least he's, you know, not walking the streets. Yeah, that was in the States too. So it says authorities rescued a Texas 8-year-old girl after a vigilant duo saw the Fort Worth Police Department's description of the suspect's car and the girl that was kidnapped. They sort of went hunting for it. Standing in front of the Wood Springs suite in a suburb of Forest Hill, A spokeswoman for the Fort Worth police told reporters that a pair, members of the local church, found the gray Ford 500 in a hotel parking lot. And she further states, like, as you can see, there's a smile on my face, so I'm here to report that, 8-year-old Salem was unsafe. Police have charged Michael Webb, 51 years old, with aggravated kidnapping, first-degree felony. Webb is not related to the girl. So, I mean, this was just a completely random attack that this guy just picked them out, and they just happen to be walking on the street, and he just rolls up and, like, I mean, can you imagine if he would have gotten away with her? Like, what would he have done? Like, just brutal. This grown ass man acting like that. So Salem was, talking and walking with her mom on Saturday night at the Fort Worth, in the Fort Worth area, when a car approached and a man snatched her. Her mother tried to jump into the vehicle and save her daughter. She ended up being able to grab a piece of his chain. He had a piece of jewelry on. I don't know if it was on his wrist or his neck, actually. I don't know that specific detail. But all I know is that she literally fought, like, for her daughter, and ripped at him and, like, grabbed a piece of his jewelry and stuff like that. She tried to jump into the vehicle to save the daughter, but he ended up shoving her out and sped away. And then, like I said, the video doorbell cam footage shows it. It's just crazy. Authorities issued an Amber Alert and posted photos of Salem and in the Ford 500 to social media. That reminds me, you guys, I recently heard I believe it was on the news too, and it was a live call. Somebody got an Amber Alert and phoned the 911 operator to bitch and yell at them about it because it woke him up at 5 a.m. And you know what? The woman proceeds to tell him, the 911 operator proceeds to tell him that it was in regards to an abduction of a child. And you know what his response was? I don't give a fuck. I mean, what? Holy, are you ever heartless? Whoever the hell that guy is, because Amber Alerts go out to mass people, in the area, right? So for this guy to go out of his way to call 911 just to yell at them for waking him up and then not caring that it's actually something serious. I mean, I was just like, holy cow. I don't think I would have been able to hold it together during that 911 call to not tell that guy, you know what? Like, what if it would have been one of your nieces or nephews, or do you have any kids? Like, honestly, brutal guy. So it was churchgoers, you guys, that had saw the post about the vehicle, and they had saw this vehicle out in the hotel parking lot. They called it into the police, and officers, determined which room it was to the car's owner. And, they breached the door and they found Salem in there. There was a gentleman on the news. His name was Jeff King. He came forward as one of the heroes. He had told Good Morning America that he knew Salem's dad. And, when he learned that the girl was missing, he touched base with friends who were already out looking for the youngster. Jeff went, to the crime scene where the Fort Worth detectives told him, like, he should be checking parks and apartments and hotels. Basically said, we go out here, we got out here and tried to make a difference, went ahead and started looking at parks and, hotels and apartments and stuff like that. It was just kind of like told that one motel was, there and the other one was over there. And so, like, they would just drive around there checking all of these. On their way back from a motel was when, the one that was right next to us had an access road. So we just kind of pulled in through the access road. It says that, that's how it happened. They came across this vehicle. It was kind of crazy. Salem appeared calm and unharmed. She was taken to a local hospital and has been reunited with her family. So during the hours that she was missing, several law enforcement agencies, including Homeland Security, searched for the girl. So pretty intense. Awesome to hear that Homeland Security and government can kind of pool together, like, right quick and get stuff done. That is really nice. That is refreshing to see and hear. So, hey, Gina. Gina, I am so confused about you and your channel because like I thought you were a female, and then when I go and see your videos, it's a male voice. So I don't know if you are you working with somebody else or heartless is a good word for it. Hey, Amy, I couldn't believe that guy actually calling up the 911 operator just to say that. And then she's trying to explain it to him. And he's like, I don't care. Like, holy, like that karma buddy might get you back right in your ass, you know? Because in all honesty, somebody who's that heartless, there's no way that saying something like that out loud isn't going to have some kind of repercussion. I mean, that's just my belief on that, though. I don't know if Gina will even answer me because I did ask her this on private message as well, and she didn't answer me there either. So it's all right if you don't want to tell me, I guess. Yeah, non-caring SOB, right? Oh my goodness, like seriously. Yeah, it was so great to hear that she was safe and fine and that, you know, nothing happened to her yet kind of thing, right? You're a GOT fan? What's a GOT fan? Queen Bee. Hey, Heather, how's it going? Hey, Rachel. Well, they can always turn it off manually from their phone if they don't want an alert. Oh, I don't think that the operator even knew to tell this guy that. I think she was just as shocked after trying to explain to him that it was in regards to a child abduction, and the way he answered her back of, I don't give a whoa, buddy. Holy. Best of luck to you in the future. No, I didn't think you were a dog because of your picture. I thought you maybe loved your dog. But Gina looks like she is a female in the picture. And then when I checked out her video, it was a male. And I'm like, I wonder if she's working with a boyfriend or I don't know, like, because she said, check out my video. So I clicked on it to check out her video. And all I heard was a guy. And I was like, well, that's weird. But she won't answer me. So it's like, whatever, moving right along. That's fun. Absolutely fine. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab one more coffee. All right, so outfit of the day. Pug Mama, you have a channel. If you love pugs. Well, I don't know. I love animals, period. So if it's cute, I'll totally check it out. Chica, I'm too shy to start a channel. Well, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Yeah, I was kind of shy when I first started. If y'all go look at my first video upload, I mean, I was just like, hi, thank you for watching the channel. Today I'm going to share with you a story about like I was just like not even comfortable yet at all. Complete difference, like night and day. If you haven't checked out where's your coffee? Yes, exactly, mister. If you haven't checked out like my very first uploads, totally go check it out. You guys are gonna just laugh. But there was a common denominator in absolutely every single freaking story I ever did, and that's that everything I did was true. So love that. Truth will set you free. Just kidding. Caffeine's kicking in. Oh boy. Speaking of dogs, have any of you used diatomaceous earth for your babies for flea control? No, I have not used that. I can't even remember what the I did have to use a flea thing one time though, but I can't remember what it was. It was so many years ago. And it was because I brought home a stray kitten and my cat Cloud. You guys know my big white fluffy cat Cloud. He was just being such an asshole to him. Like, and I'm like, would you be nice to this little tiny baby kitten? Little did I know that the kitten had fleas. I didn't have a chance to get it to the vet before, like it was a weekend thing, you know? So, I mean, my cat is like up on the freaking counter, the top of the highest place in the house above the, cupboards and stuff. And he's just like hiding up there looking at this thing like, you evil little thing. And I'm like forcing him, get down here. Would you just be nice to this cat? And I'm making him be nice. Then he ends up with fleas and he's just like scratching the crap out of himself. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Of course, we gave the cat to the vet to, just kind of donate to somebody else. I couldn't really have two cats at the time, anyways. So hilarious, right? I'm like, be nice. Stop that. Be nice. And I'm like making him be nice. Meanwhile, he's trying to tell me, but mom, this thing is dirty. I'm just like forcing him. Yeah, I just kind of found the kitten outside, actually. I was walking home and I heard the meow, meow, meow. And I was like, oh, where's this kitten? And it was all alone. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like that now. I'm like, okay, come on, let's go home. So I did. Oh, man. Oh, those were the days when I was younger. Oh, boy. But yeah, quite the little story. It was years ago in the city. I had more than one pure black cat in my lifetime. I like them. I don't think there's anything wrong with black cats. People are just kind of weird like that though. Like they think it's evil or they think it's possessed or they think it's bad luck or I don't know. That's all a myth in my opinion. A cat's a cat. I don't think it matters what color it is. Your dogs are howling right now. Why? It's probably all this talk about the vet. They're like, no, don't. Oh, boy. So yeah, so we're just going to spend some time hanging out and chatting because, like I said, the lady that I was originally going to share the stories with you guys today was having technical difficulties with trying to connect to her internet for some reason. And well, can't get online to do any kind of a call if you can't get online. So we had to sort of postpone that. And I just shared with you guys those two quick stories, but we can just hang out and chat today. That's kind of how this is going to work. I love all colored cats. I don't think there's I think some are prettier than others. Like, I don't find the calico type cat as pretty as like a solid color cat. Um, and then there's that cat that looks like a leopard. That one is really cool. But I mean, it costs like $1,200 to get one, and I'm like, no thanks. I don't have that kind of money to spend on an animal. Hello, Miss Shaylee. How you doing? The white cats are hard to find. Well, be careful, because if you end up with a white cat that has blue eyes, I heard that all of those, that combination, blue eyes and white cat, are actually deaf. Thank goodness that my cat has yellow eyes. So, but apparently blue eyes and white cats are deaf. Yeah, just adopt one. But with that kind of a cat though, Kobe, it's kind of like it's a breed. It's a certain breed, and it's worth, you know, quite a bit of money because it's rare. And they do look identical, but they're domestic sized cats, but they look like a wild cat for real. They look like a little cheetah or a little leopard. You know, they're so cute. I used to have a picture. That reminds me of something. I was going to show you guys a picture of something. I was thinking about it, and that just kind of triggered it. Very interesting variety of stories. I couldn't believe the child. Yeah, no doubt, that got abducted, I think she means. Yeah, but glad she was saved. No doubt. Super scary. I just can't even imagine. Like, that mom must have just been terrified in that moment. Okay, abducted. Yours is one of the white cats I've seen, actually. What do you mean? Where have you seen them? I know. How could you not lose your mind, right, Miss Shaylee? I mean, you should have heard. If you guys haven't even seen the clip yet, like, it's all over the internet. Just search for this Salem that was abducted. You will definitely find the video. And the doorbell cam footage, you can tell that the camera's coming from the door, because it catches like the whole damn street practically. And, you know, definitely. Chris, making America great again. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay, thank you. I was recently talking with a Chris, actually, that in conversation, he was mentioning that he's actually a really good artist. And so I had asked him if, you know, he could maybe do a portrait for me or something. So I gave him my cell number to text it, and he texted it, but forgot to tell me which Chris he was. And I kind of got upset that he wouldn't tell me his last name. And he kept saying, like, what are you trying to look into me or something? And I was like, okay, listen, if you're not going to tell me your name and which Chris I'm even talking to, I'm just going to block you, because I really don't need this extra stress. Like, who are you, right? And it was like a game of figuring out who he was. And I was just like, oh, man, I think I know which Chris it was now, but it sucks that he didn't just give me his name so that I could figure out which person he was. And that upset me and made me feel weird, because, well, why are you trying to hide it? Like, it's just really weird. But I was really interested in seeing a portrait from him. And so whatever, that didn't work out the way that I thought. But moving right along, because you know what? I refuse to let things in the past keep me stuck. We're going to move on no matter what. Loving a video, but now I want coffee too. Mr. Marky Sim. I guess that wasn't as hard to say, unless I pronounced it too much and it's supposed to be more together or something. Oh boy. What's weird? Weird that he didn't want to give me his name, right? I mean, okay, so apparently he's somebody that has a bit of a sketchy past, that he's been in the prison system and stuff like that. And I know that because now I know who I was talking to. So I understand where he was like, why do you want to look into me? But at the same time, you're messaging me and you don't even want to tell me fully who you are. Well, I don't want to talk to somebody who's just going to like act like they're hiding something, you know? So Yeah, I was like, no, thanks. I'm sorry. I guess we'll just cut the communication now. Don't waste any time. That's for darn sure. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Said. Hello. Hello, Nico. Hey, Victor. B. Tancourt. Anna's Black Knight. Wow. Well, if you guys are enjoying spending some time here with me, throw up a like sign. It gives me a sign of support, you know? It shows me that you like spending some time with me here. Oh, that's funny. Hello. Hi, how you doing? I'm okay, thanks. Okay. Okay. Okay, where is it? Oh, I know where MCC is. Of course. I would love to. That's like my second home. Just kidding. It's just because I love shopping there. I know, right? I love a deal. See? That's what I would love to do. I would love that. Well, what time does it start and what time does it finish? Okay, well, that's not that long of a day. I'm sure I can make it for that. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Wait. What you said it's Tuesday. Hang on. Uh, yeah, yeah. You know what? I'll just reschedule. I usually do a live show, but if it's only on Tuesday, then I'll just I'll do an extra thing. I'll rearrange my schedule. I will totally be there. Yeah, no, that's no problem. It sounds like a blast. So, do I need to bring anything or? Okay. 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 Sounds perfect. Okay. We'll see you then. Okay. Bye bye. So sorry. That was kind of rude, right? But phone rang and it was an important call that I knew I should take. Do I live wherever I'm going? You're so cute, Tambra. Do I live wherever I'm going? Well, I travel all around, you know. Generally stay within I'm going to take a picture of this right quick. Generally stay within my area, but no, not rude. No. I didn't say rude. These are the days of Sherry's life. I don't think I have several lives. Maybe, I don't know. Big party. Leo, you're funny. No, but today we were discussing a couple of crazy stories. An abduction that happened with an 8-year-old girl. That she was found 8 hours later, luckily, actually, and completely fine. Thank God. And the other story we talked about was a coyote attack on a lady in Nova Scotia. Her name was Taylor, and actually that attack was fatal. She did not survive. So a couple of crazy stories. The coyote one mostly for people who are starting out their camping, summer, or whatever. So yeah, we're chatting. We're chatty, chat. Chatty, chat. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Hello. Sherry's had a lot of caffeine. Oh boy. We are on a caffeine high. Oh yeah, no. So that appointment, you guys, is an all day thing. So I'm going to be gone from morning until evening. So I'm not going to do my live on the 28th of May. I'll probably put up a post to just advise everybody that we're going to reschedule it. And I might just do a surprise live on, say, Wednesday or maybe even Tuesday night. Maybe it'll just be later. We can do something like that, perhaps. So I think what's up meant record a live video going places. Oh, well, we'll see. I'm not sure if cameras will be allowed where I'm going, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. The other comment was a joke, meaning the soap opera show. Oh, yeah, The Days of Our Lives. Yes, no, I realized that. It was a connection for that. The coyote attack was crazy, right? Yeah, I was talking about the coyote attack in Nova Scotia that happened in 2009 with Taylor. And she did not survive that, actually. That was so sad. We have coyotes here in South California. Well, apparently, these ones, they're not sure if they were maybe protecting a kill, like they had already had their dinner and maybe she came too close to it. Maybe she came too close to the babies. Maybe they were hungry. Nobody really knows exactly why the dogs did this to her, but she may have even gone off the path a little bit into their kind of a territory, and they got upset. So, with camping season upon us and stuff like that, I thought it was important to sort of raise awareness about, going into the territory of various animals and just being prepared for it, right? And certainly not acting like prey. If you do come across a wild animal, you definitely don't want to turn around and start running, or you could end up being, the next fatal attack. So stand your ground. That being said, if they're coming charging at you, you definitely want to get the fiddle out of the way, right? But definitely crazy, because apparently they don't actually do stuff like that. Those type of animals aren't known for stuff like that at all. So really crazy. Patrick Frazee will be going to court on the 24th. I think he's probably going to plead guilty after Crystal coming forward with all of her information about the incident. But I don't think that she should be allowed to get off as easily as she is because of her helping clean it all up. I mean, just because she didn't actually commit the act doesn't, she helped clean it up. Like, she helped cover it up. If they would have never gotten caught, well, we'd still be looking for Kelsey Barrett, right? That's just sad. And she had 3 freaking chances to go to the authorities and say, hey, listen, this guy's trying to kill his ex. They could have set it all up. They could have made her appear to be dead and arrested him and charged him for that. And then Crystal could have carried on with her life and her child or children. I can't remember if she has 1 or more. But rather than that, she just kept riding it out with him and, not obviously not committing the act, but like when he called you to tell you that you need to come here and clean this up, why the fiddle did you say yes? Why did you go? Like, that, none of it makes any sense. So I don't think she should just be allowed to kind of get off on whatever, like she didn't do anything. Like, yes, you did. Holy. Yeah, you can't act scared in front of a wild animal. They will smell it a mile away. I mean, humans can freaking smell fear from a mile away. So I'm pretty sure an animal can scent it out quite easily. Mister's leaving. I'll catch up with the rest of your video later. 1,000 hugs. Love the 1,000 hugs. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Yeah, there's definitely several with coyotes and wolves. They usually hunt in packs, but they don't usually attack humans. That was something that was just really off with all of this. So my family is also in Orange County, moving to Inland Empire. I don't think they can add more charges to her, though. Well, no, she's already taken a plea deal and stuff in order to testify against Patrick Frazee. So, I mean, they're not going to go after her for anything serious, which, like, excuse me, in all honesty, like, if this isn't as serious as it gets, what happens, if she gets pissed off one day? She certainly had no problem cleaning up all the blood and brains and matter and deceased body. she certainly had no trouble with all of that. So, like, is this warm up for actual murder on her part one day? I don't see why she should be allowed to just walk around and take this kind of a plea deal after the heinous things that she actually did as well. But I don't know. I guess they got to take one over the other. And because he was the one that fully committed the act, they're going to take him. But I just don't think, you know, I don't think she should be as free as she is. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, animals can be hungry. Dangerous. I think he's going to fight and take it to trial. He will try to pin it on her, you think? Wow. Well, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Good luck, because I honestly don't think with her, like, I wonder right now, because we haven't seen all the evidence, right, you guys? We actually don't know. Everything is sealed. What the fiddle is all going to be happening in that trial, if there is going to be a trial. How many times have we gone up to the plate about to get started with the trial, and boom, the guy's, their girl, whatever, is guilty. I'm guilty. Never mind. Right? We get all hyped up and ready for it, and then they see what we have against them, and they're like, oh, never mind. Yep. Okay, it was me. You know? I think that that's probably what's going to happen in this case. Again, they're just dragging it on so that they get that publicity, so that they get the views, so they get the clicks, and they get the commercial money. I mean, right? Did you see the McNabb Bell case? I believe I looked it up a little bit, Tambra. But Chica, I don't think that he's going to be able to win that is kind of what I mean. Because my point was, does Crystal have proof? Is there actual texting or, you know, some kind of communication proof that he was, you know, trying to sort of hire her to do the dirty work? Because if there is, I mean, that's just refutable. Like, I mean, good luck, right, Patrick? Good luck. If that is the case, and we don't know what kind of evidence that they actually have. So I'm just guessing. But if they have proof that he actually asked her, and it's from his fucking phone to hers, like, you know, I don't think he's going to be able to get away with that. He's not going to be able to try to pin it on her if there's proof that he asked her. And she may have that. I don't know how exactly he communicated that, because like I said, a lot of this stuff is sealed right now. Excuse me. Yeah, but I always hope there's a trial. You know, I was super stoked for the trial with the Turpins, and they did the same thing. Super stoked for the trial with the Watts case, and he did the same thing. But I mean, he was trying to plead guilty from day one. It was the officials, authorities, and legal counsel that were telling him, hold up, wait a minute, don't say that yet. And he's like, no, Chris Watts just get it over with. He didn't want, you know, the Ruzek stuff to go through anything else. He just wanted to plead guilty and have it all be done and over with. He didn't want anybody to have to go through anything else. That was what we got. So, you know, it's almost just kind of like publicity to see if they have enough public interest to keep riding out the stories. So it is what it is. Hello, Tariq. Yeah, I'd like to see all the evidence as well. I was trying to get the preliminary hearing court documents for the Patrick Frazee case. However, they were charging $187 for the document. And that was just the one document of the one day of the one, you know, the one evidentiary hearing where you would have seen what some of this stuff was, I guess. They can't blow their lid on it just yet, though, you guys. You know, they lay out their hand right now, and it just gives the defense more ammunition to be able to try to get away with this, to rebuttal whatever they have against him. So I don't know what they have against him, but for them to offer Crystal the deal that they did, they must have some pretty concrete, evidence against Patrick, because why else? Like, it doesn't make any sense why they would make a deal with her versus not just prosecuting them both, right? But like you said, if they were going to try to pin it on each other type of thing, it would have just been a freaking, tug of war for the public to decide who is more guilty than the other. So, if they have some kind of text or some kind of communication proof that Patrick actually asked Crystal several times to kill Kelsey Barrett, that's pretty concrete proof then that he was trying to solicit Kelsey for murder. Crystal for murder of Kelsey. So we will find out, but we are definitely not going to get any information before the trial and all of that's going to even start. Because like I said, it's just going to blow the hand for the prosecution and give the defense all the more ammunition to be able to, fight this. So of course they don't want to give up their hand yet. Getting ready for business meeting. Enjoy your business meeting. See you later, Tambra. Have a safe and happy day. Hello, Mike. Aw, thank you, Tariq. You're the best. That's awesome. What do you guys think of the red and the purple makeup today? Thank you, Tariq. I like it. Should we do one more cup of coffee? Anybody? Nobody's going to answer me? Okay. I'll be right back with another cup of coffee. My theme song. Just kidding. Yes, more coffee, right, Amy? I look hot regardless of what? What do you mean? Jeff is watching. Hello, Jeff. 8899. na, 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 na. Chica's laughing at my theme song. That's too funny. It reminds me of that movie, Emperor's New Groove. I used to watch that with my kids. I have a big mug of tea. Of course that counts. I am totally a tea gal, but I'm on a caffeine kick today. So, but I do love my tea as well. So it absolutely counts. I usually do tea and talk or coffee and chat. Those are my two little live things. I have a big tumbler of coffee. I get ready for Sherry's chat. Oh boy. It can be comprehensive, can't it? Oh, whatever. I like being unique and one of a kind. Makeup is on point. You like it, Queen Bee? You're so sweet. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. I honestly thought we were going to be sharing the military story today. So, I don't know. I did a little bit more than what I usually do. Sometimes I do a lot of light eye, right? Love the heart and the thumbs up. Love the smiling faces. P.S. The makeup looks amazing. You're so sweet. Thank you, Amy. It's always nice to get a compliment. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Amy's got to run, though. Hubby's home. Wah. You're funny. Love ya. Love and light sent right back to you, Amy. Much love. Love and light. Anything anybody else wants to chat about? Anything? Anybody? Floor is open for whatever subject. Keep it clean, folks. Oh boy. Question: when looking for a job, would you include a stupid cover letter? Well, it depends on the level of professionalism for the job. I mean, you wouldn't probably want to go to McDonald's with a cover letter and a comprehensive resume or something if you're just looking to get some part-time cash. But if you're going to look into something, more predominant, like the management and stuff, yeah, I absolutely would include the cover letter. It makes things look more professional. 100%. That is my advice. I have a ton of cover letters because, I actually ended up going to just a template, but man, back in the day, I don't know why I would do things harder than necessarily needs to be done, but I would write up a cover letter for each individual employer. I was actually just looking through my papers and stuff like that, and I came across all of that jazz. It was kind of fun to see it again, But shoot, that was so many years ago. Oh my gosh, seriously. You like the makeup? Yeah, but I would highly recommend it. It makes you stand out and look more professional. For sure. Must be the purple. My neck and back. Cute dress. What are you talking about? I'm not wearing a dress. But I do want to put this update into my phone really quick. May 28th. On the day, 28th. Yeah, 9 should be fine. Compliment. Yeah, but it's not a dress. My outfit of the day is a shirt. I don't necessarily wear a dress on jeans. No. No, I don't wear that either. I used to when I was like freaking 12, but, and I guess it's coming back into style, but because I wore it when I was younger, I don't think I'll ever go back to it. It really wasn't like that flattering for the body, if you will. The look. Compared to what I like to look like, I didn't necessarily like that look on me. So nice. Not have any interruptions. Absolutely love it. You like my style? Thank you. I like to think of it as business casual. Entrepreneur ready all the time. Are you trying to say to each their own, Gigi? Yes, what I said is I don't like the look on me. It doesn't look good on me. It might look good on a lot of other people, but I don't like it on me. And the fact that Kobe's saying that he saw me dressed like that, I'm like, no, you haven't. Like, what are you talking about? What? Like, so no. I've never worn a dress and tights or a dress and jeans ever. And I have like 450 plus videos. Not once have I ever worn that kind of an outfit because I used to wear it when I was a kid and I don't like it on me. It doesn't look good. And let me tell you why. When you're wearing a bra that picks you up and puts you where you're supposed to be, it makes your shirt stick out. So if you're wearing a baggy shirt and just leggings or jeans underneath, it makes you look like you're bigger than you are when you're really not, because the circumference of the t-shirt is now sticking out and it makes you look like you got a little umbrella all the way around you kind of thing. So it doesn't look good on me, and that's why I don't wear it. So I'm like, what is he talking about? Oh, I swear he tries, and he says things, but he hasn't really paid attention. So he doesn't really know. He's just reaching and guessing, I think. I am a tough cookie. Not one that can easily be eaten. Oh boy. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Gigi. But yeah, the look may look perfectly fine on other people. It does not make me look great, and I don't like it, so I don't wear that. So I'm like, what is he talking about? Yeah, but I've never worn a dress on top of pants on all my like 450 plus videos. Never. I know, I'm a tough cookie. I can't even lift my one lip. Oh boy, feeling silly today. You've worn a dress with pants before? I've seen the look, but no, it's not for me. I've worn a skirt with tights in the past. Yep. But not a dress and pants or a dress and tights because it doesn't look good on me. A skirt and tights with a different kind of a shirt looks great because then you can accentuate where it ins and outs from. So you can't make that sound. Too funny. Thank you, Kobe, for the compliment. It depends on the jeans and the dress. Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just really not a look that looks good on me. I don't think I'm not. You know how you feel more confident and alive in what you're like when you see yourself in the mirror and stuff. If you look in the mirror and you don't really like what you're wearing that day, guaranteed your attitude's going to be a little bit down with the outfit. Because you're not going to feel great about your choice of whatever for the day. So. I like my OTOD, outfit of the day. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's true. Some people, and not every look looks good on every body, right? Not every body type is meant for every look. So you got to know what looks good on your body and, dress like appropriately in a sense. You know what I mean? Dress for your body type. That's what I'm trying to freaking say. Oh man. But yeah, like there's so many different looks out there and stuff. If you're somebody like me that has like a heavier bottom area, you might want to accentuate the waist more with the gathered belts, that are just right around your rib cage because it accentuates you in a nice way. Bell bottoms also look really great on my body type. And I'm like, come on, bell bottoms, let's go. I know you want to come back. I know you do because I look so good in them. But anyways, for real, dressing for your body type is a lot better than going for the fads because not every fad is meant for every body type, in my opinion. I'm missing shades. Hey, Terry. I see looks on other people I like, but don't like them on me. Yes, and I'll often do that. It's kind of like people shopping, right? You are just looking at other people who might resemble your shape and your figure, and you're looking at how they're dressing and putting themselves together, and then trying to kind of mimic that and going out and finding your own, threads to put together, right? So bell bottoms are so nice because you know why? They gather at the knee, and when they flare out like that, they make your butt look smaller, just a little bit smaller. I like my bubble butt. Don't get me wrong. I love my bubble butt and I love my body shape, but I really like it when I put on bell bottoms. If anybody wants to send me a pair of stretchy bell bottoms, I will gladly wear them. Too funny. You are the style queen in my eyes. You put together the cutest looks. You're so cute, Heather. Thank you. I do think I have kind of decent taste, I think everything can be improved. I'm not perfect, right? But I have fun with it. Do I take Geritol? No, I don't know what that is. Sorry. The only thing I take is an antidepressant in the morning and my CBD. So everything else is natural me. But I am on a caffeine high, clearly, obviously. Oh, man. I hate when I see nice outfit on the rack, but I try it on and it looks terrible, right? Oh my gosh, girl. I'm totally with you like on that. You know what the trick to that is, Soul? Is looking for the mannequins that are more full figured like us, that are real looking. Don't go look at the mannequins that are in this little Asian stores and stuff. They're so tiny. I mean, yeah, you can go in there and fit one article on your thigh. That's how I feel. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. It'd fit one of my thighs. So the trick is to find the mannequins that are like more like us, and there are mannequins out in the world like that now. They're not all the one size and all small. So I do eat my veggies. Ugh, cornbread. No, thank you. That's way too much carbohydrates for me. Seriously, the amount of carbohydrates that I eat in a day, probably total maybe 200 calories at most. And that's if I had like a couple of those wraps, like if I had one for breakfast and then I had a peanut butter one later for lunch to kind of tide me over or something, But I definitely don't eat a lot of carbs. I eat a lot more protein, so meats and veggies, so salads, steamed veggies, cold veggies, whatever. I'm kind of a veggie freak. Like, I mean, my dream would be to have like a huge garden, that would just be amazing. To have like everything, to just be able to grow everything and have the space, because some plants tend to grow outwards, right? Like your pumpkins and your cucumbers, and they grow out, right? So you need space for that, and I don't have that. Email me my size. Well, it's probably just like, because if they're bell bottoms and they're stretchy, a large would be fine. They're just stretchy, right? It would suck to get them and they were too stretchy or something. But if you get them too small and you stretch it out too much, you're going to see through the pant, right? You're so sweet, soul. It's a liquid vitamin? No, never had it. Late night reviews. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. If you like the conversation and you can see that there's some good, kind-hearted folks here, throw up a like sign and, hey, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see more of you. What's the vogue for? You love cornbread? Eesh, no. I don't even think I know what it tastes like, because it's just a big bun, right? It's just a big piece of bread. So I might have tasted one time, but I didn't really like it. It really wasn't for me, Poor Kobe. What do you mean? Oh, because of the cornbread? Hi, Akira1. So sorry. Hello, Tino. Marlboro. Chris. Hey. Thank you for becoming a fan. You guys rock. You so totally rock, dude. Finding Nemo. Yes, Vogue Chica, let's put her there. make a lot of money. You're so funny. We can share money with her. Cute. Modella. I used to model, you guys, when I was a teenager, but I got pregnant when I was 18. So, I mean, my whole life stopped of whatever I wanted to do. It had nothing to do with me anymore. It was all about being a mom and, raising my son and protecting him and loving him and, getting a job and better education. And sheesh. Who am I talking to? Well, I was responding to Gigi about the models, Yeah, it would probably depend who makes it, Soul. You've been wanting to do that. Do what with your kids? Yeah, I had my son when I was like 19. I could probably still model, but I haven't really had much interest in it. And how it works nowadays is you have to pay in order to have your face be seeable. So, if somebody really doesn't notice me online to start and offer me something, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm kind of way past the age of that industry, in a sense, right? I mean, there's still people and companies that are taking on real life looking people, such as Dove. There's a few companies that are like that, where they're choosing women who look like regular, normal people, regular bodies, not all perfect, So, I mean, it's not completely unheard of. It's just not something that I'm willing to go and pay to have them have my picture up as available. So, plus, I don't really think I'd be a good actor at all. I'm great at winging it, but try to remember a script or something, I don't think I'd be able to do it successfully. Oh, a garden. Yeah. That would be such a good project for you and your kids. But again, it does depend where you live. Here in Canada, they actually have various places where you can you can have like a little lot to actually plant, but it's still not big enough to really plant some of those wide spreading plants, such as squash and, the cucumbers and the pumpkins and stuff. So, and melons and watermelons, like they all need space. And I mean, I'm talking about like a freaking 6-7 foot space by 3 foot wide at most. It's probably like 2 feet. But again, like I said, it's just not really big enough. So that might be a good idea for you to start wherever you live, though. You've been wanting to grow an herb or well, herbs are so easy. You could literally grow herbs on your windowsills, in your kitchen, in your house, because I mean, they don't really need very much to grow. I have chives that are already coming out like crazy in my garden, but I mean, my garden is literally like 3 feet by 2 feet. Like, I mean, it's that small, you guys. It's just a little nothing. And I mean, I had to ask my landlord if I could have that. Like 3 years ago or whatever, I was like, can I just dig up like a little, because all along one side of the house is tiger lily flowers. And well, whatever. Like, I mean, I just wanted a piece, right? So I asked him if I could tiller up a piece of it, and he said, yeah. So, but it's such a small space. I think I've always overplanted, not really giving anything enough room to fully grow. Excuse me. What are you talking about? One, Miss Shaylee. Why do people do that? First, and then someone comes in second, third, fourth, fifth. Why do people do that? Oh, she answered the Gigi's question. How many kids? You are not old unless you are in the grave. Oh, yeah. So because my space is so small, I literally can't really have too much. I had a couple of strawberry plants, but the rabbits had at them before I even got anything out of it. I had snow peas, which always seem to come back well. And then the chives, and I've tried tomatoes in the past, and they were not successful. For some reason, the leaves were turning brown. And so I got on the internet to figure out like what I could do to maybe fix this, or what was wrong with it. I think what was wrong with it is the seeds that I had were a little bit moldy. And so like, it just wasn't pushing up anything fresh or nice. So somebody told me, an older lady, she told me to try to get a coffee filter, used coffee filter, and just sprinkle that around each plant. And sure enough, it completely cleared up whatever was wrong. It all turned green. But the problem with that is that even the tomatoes were green and nothing was turning red. So somebody told me to bring the tomatoes in the house to ripen them, put them on a counter with a towel over top, and leave them like that for a couple of days, and they'll ripen. And I tried that, and they didn't ripen. They always stayed green, and I don't eat green tomatoes. I know there's a lot of people around the world that do, though. I should perhaps try it, but you know me with trying new things. Sometimes I'm like, I'll just stick to what I know I like. You never like tomatoes? I like tomatoes. Fresh out of the garden are amazing. A tomato sandwich with cheese, sometimes bacon if you want, but I don't like the bacon as much. But cheese tomato sandwiches for breakfast out of the garden are freaking amazing, soul. There's something about the garden fruits and vegetables that make it so yummy. I mean, they just taste so different than anything you get in the store. And sweeter and better, and like, oh man, like how could you not love? But I mean, I understand some people just don't like certain things. I'm like, how could you not love tomatoes? Oh yes, you have your right to your opinion. Trying to convince you otherwise, say soul. Oh boy. Hey Nate. You hate tomatoes raw, dipped in salt? I could do away with the salt, just a little bit of pepper, some cheese, tomato sandwich, toasted, yum. You guys are making me hungry. And the tomatoes in the store are not the same. Just not the same. Your dad grew tomatoes your whole childhood. You could never stomach them. Oh, wow. Must just be something you don't like, you know? You wouldn't even cut the middle out and put salt in it. You would even cut the middle out and put salt in it, and you still didn't like it? Okay, Kobe. I figured that's what you meant, but thank you for clearing it up. Invited 313 fans. Thank you. You're so sweet. Arsenico, you're back. Back in full effect. But yeah, I think garden fruits and veggies are amazing. Hello, Katrina, Catress. How are you? Welcome. I haven't seen fried green tomatoes, so no spoilers, please. I have never tried a fried green tomato, and apparently it's a delicacy that people eat all around the world. But I've never tried it. I don't know what it tastes like. What does a green tomato taste like? It can't be, I don't know. It's got to be bitter is what I'm picturing, or I'm kind of seeing it. It's got to be bitter. Aw, thanks for the hearts, Katrina. You're so sweet. Thank you. So what does a green tomato taste like? Is there any way to describe it? I mean, it must be good if so many people are eating it, but maybe it's an acquired taste, which sometimes is not a good thing to try because you're like, whoa, you know. You grow red tomatoes. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about gardens and how I had planted tomatoes. I believe this was last year. And the tomato plants were coming up brown. And I got online and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with my garden or whatever. And then people suggested to put some coffee, like used coffee grinds around the plants. And so it cleared it right up. And they were growing green and lush green. Everything looked healthy. And then the tomatoes never turned red. So again, I go back to the internet and I'm like, all right, now my tomatoes are not even turning red. And they're like, well, bring it in the house and cover them up on the counter and they should ripen. And that never happened. I ended up leaving them there so long that they ended up rotting, not ripening. They were rotting. I'm like, okay, you know what? This did not work. So complete flop. You use the coffee grounds too? I never knew about that trick until last year. I heard it from an elder, an older, like a grandma, you know? She was like, totally, you got to just put coffee grinds. And it fixed it. The tomatoes were healthy, but they wouldn't ripen. So what the heck does a green tomato taste like? Somebody's got to tell me. With creamed potatoes, well, that probably wouldn't be so bad, the counteraction of the flavoring there, but you'd love to visit my backyard. Actually, I plan on bringing you guys out there. We're going to do a live outside for sure. I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're going to do a live outside. I 100%. Sometimes it's a soil. Well, you know what happened with mine, Katrina, is that it seemed as though my seeds were a little bit moldy. My seeds were like fresh out from different kinds of tomato plants. But by the time I got to planting them, there was some white fuzz growing around some of them. So I think that's what happened. So can anybody explain what a green tomato tastes like? Like, it doesn't taste exactly like a red tomato, does it? That seems like it would be impossible because like it's not ripe. So it must have a different taste. Backyard live stream garden? Well, yeah, I'll show you my garden. It's really small. It's only like 3 feet by 2 feet, you guys. Like 3 feet long by like 2 feet wide. It's really, really small. And so my problem, Katrina, is that I believe that I've been overplanting because, I mean, who doesn't get excited about doing a garden, right? So I'm like, oh, I'll put a couple, strawberry plants. I'll put some snow peas. I'll put some chives. I'll put, what was the other thing? Tomatoes. And maybe we'll put some carrots in the back. And then like nothing grows because it's just so overpacked. They don't have enough space. Because I'm like, they don't really need full 18 inches, do they? So I give them like 15 or 10. They're like, nope, we're not growing. Whatever. I don't have a green thumb though. I'm not a gardener per se. I didn't really get that trait from my family. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have the green thumb. That's definitely one of my downfalls. I don't know much about it. I'm not a freaking whiz master at any of it. I don't know green tomatoes. Green tomatoes are a thing. And I've heard that in the US, there are tons of people that actually fry them up and eat them just like that. But if nobody can tell me what it tastes like, I'm not going to try it. Somebody needs to try to describe it first. And then I'm like, but I don't even think you can't even buy green tomatoes here in Canada at the store. Like, it's not even an option. There's only red tomatoes there. So why would you ask the Chinese how green tomatoes taste when it's actually the African American culture that actually more eats the green tomato? Green tomatoes are not a myth. They really aren't. I had a whole garden full of them last year, and I didn't bother to try one of them because I was like, whoa, they don't look as appealing. I'm used to tomatoes being red. You buy them not as seeds, rather than already sprouting. Well, that's a good idea. But this person that was selling the seeds was selling seeds from different kinds of tomato plants. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool. And it was a farmer, like a farming type of place that was selling them. And I mean, they were very reasonably priced. But like I said, by the time I got to planting, they were kind of furry and I think moldy. So green bell peppers are great, but I guess nobody that's here has ever tried a green tomato, or somebody would have answered by now. But yeah, I've never, I didn't know what to do. I left mine on the counter, like I said, until they were rotting. Grandma and Mom made them every summer when they're in season. The green tomatoes, Gigi? How come you're not telling me what they taste like then? I've been asking for like 10 minutes. What do these things taste like? I pot them in pots. They grow stronger. So I don't understand, Katrina. Can you explain more? Ground soil, but I get it. You're potting them to grow them like that. So do you move them around then, or do they grow better in the pots versus in the in the ground, or what? Who's racist? Shut up, boy, for Jesus. You little scum. So anyways, I believe it's the African American culture, though, that's done a lot of these frying up of the green tomatoes as delicacies. And I would just really like for somebody to tell me what the fiddle they taste like. Wow, what a freak tragedy. What is a freak tragedy? They're delicious? So what do they taste like? What can you compare it to? Because, like, I don't know what this would taste like. To me, it would be bitter. It's not ripe. So it probably isn't sweet, right? I'm just like so lost with these green tomatoes. Oh boy. Okay, Nate. Well, whatever. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I heard it more from the African American culture, which my daughter is part African American. Thank you very much. So can't be racist when you have a piece of it. Oh boy, some people are just ignorant though. You can't fix stupid sometimes, can you? Anyways, so I don't know why people feel the need to be somebody other than what they really are. And I mean, it makes me worry about your own self-confidence when you're doing that. I feel bad for you guys who do that. My weekend was good. It was nice and quiet. I didn't even have any wine. I know I told some other people, but I kind of cut myself off. I thought I was having a little too much. And I was like, you know what? That's enough of that. It was not good for my waistline. And, you know, I did not feel healthy. It was making me upset. So I've gone black and I've gone back. Thank you very much. That's actually a myth. That is such a myth. Bonker, that is fine. Yeah, weekend was quiet. Didn't have any wine. Just sat and enjoyed ice water and salads, actually. Really cut everything out just to trim down quick, you know? Yours wasn't too great? Aw, why? Six McSnatch? As you are responding to that, I'm going to heat my couple of sips up here, but I'll be right back. I need a quick bathroom break. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're sick with a terrible stomach ache. Oh, well, that's not good. Hello, Simon. I think it's so ignorant of people that you can't even, like, some people you can't even say, oh, it was African American. Then they're like, oh my God, you are so racist. You just said African American. You're racist. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here. You're a freak. What the fiddle is wrong with some people? Coucou, ma chérie. Comment ça va? In all honesty, though, like, come on, give it a rest. Blow it out your butt. Clearly. Something you ate, yeah, that could happen. If you've never tried the chewable Tums, they work so well. I mean, anything that's upsetting your stomach within like 10, 15 minutes of swallowing that, your stomach is already subsiding. No, I know I'm not racist, but what's funny is that somebody on another freaking platform, as soon as they heard me say African American, they're like, oh my God, get out of here. I got no time for that crap. I know my heart. I know where it's at. I know I'm not racist. So thank you very much. See you later. Never. Oh, so frustrating. But that's what happens when you stick your face out into the public world, right? Everybody's like, unbelievable. Sorry, I meant, has the same ever happened to me? Yes, the same has happened to me, actually. Where you've eaten something and it maybe wasn't cooked properly, made you sick. Absolutely. But like I said, try the chewable Tums. I guarantee you'll be like so shocked. You'd be like, why haven't I tried this earlier? Because legitimately it works. Like, I mean, they're a little bit more expensive than like Rolaids and the Tums, like the the chalky pill one that you chew, but these chewable flavored ones are freaking amazing and they totally work. And I'm all about things that actually work. Man. The thing is, once they taste human blood, they will do it again. That's fine. I'll come right back. Wow. You in the bedroom? You're stuck? Hi. I'm sorry that you are disappointed, Trump, my love, that you're dealing with that, Mr. Trump. I'm sorry that you are upset about it. Here in Canada, we don't have that issue, but I am sorry that you have to deal with it. You're heading out, Soul? Okay, much love, girl. Much love. Is that Mike? No, it's Amadou. Salut. Do they help your stomach right away? They literally help your stomach instantly. 6 mix snatch. Absolutely. But I mean, they cost like $5-6 to, to buy. Like, they're more expensive than the regular Rolaids and stuff like that. So what? What time is it here? 22. So let me see this. Canada is liberal trash, is what Trump, my love, is saying. Well, aren't you just a nice piece of, you know what, hey? Us Canadians are nice, but don't push it. We'll certainly set you in your place too. Foo. Foo. Yeah, it's just somebody trying to be a troll. Maybe the coyotes are not finding enough food in the park. Rangers need to look into that. Well, and they don't really actually know, Hennessy, whether or not those coyotes were perhaps protecting a kill already. And, Taylor just happened to walk by too close to it and they attacked her. But the experts were saying that it was a very rare and unusual situation for those coyotes to attack a human, especially in the national park area like that, when they are very used to seeing people all the time. So crazy though, for sure. I'm an American, not Canadian. Hope that's all right. Absolutely. But I just had a troll American bitching about their president over on my other platform, 6 Mix. And I was just like, seriously? Get out of here. Like, sorry that you are not happy with that, but what's your point? Like, what are you expecting to get by sharing that with how you feel? Like, because the only thing you're going to get is flagged by your president because you're hating on him. So good luck with that. But bye. Oh, some people. That was rude. Mods are on it. Yes, they are so good. Love my moderators. They're just amazing. They so know what I am okay with and what I am not okay with. I mean, honestly, what do you expect to gain by complaining about your president? Or what do you expect to gain by bashing another country? I'm sorry, but sure doesn't make you look good at all. So good luck with that. Karma sucks. Karma sucks big time. So do you? Yeah, I do. Yeah. But I like to keep the platforms separate so that, we have authentic audiences on all of them. Ah! Oh, man. Hello, Michael T. Hello, Prelude. Alexis. Prima. Nantu. You're 27? I'm 29 and holding. Like, really? Did you know that we don't have rattlesnakes here? I mean, know your countries, know your animals. What's the point in coming around trolling if you don't even know what you're talking about? You just make yourself look stupid. You certainly cannot fix stupid, though. It doesn't matter how much we try. Some people are just stuck. You're 29 and holding? Me too. Welcome to the club. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Gotta love the caffeine highs, right? Yeah, no doubt, right, Kobe? Like, settle the frick down. Good luck, though. All these people that are bashing countries and bashing presidents, I'm telling you, your IP addresses are flagged just for saying that kind of crap. So good luck. Good luck in your country now. What a bunch of idiots sometimes. Seriously. But I mean, I guess the trolls, it fits the shoe fits them perfectly. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to tell people, Kim. I'm trying to tell people that you're stupid if you're coming around just to complain about your country or bash other countries in the process. You're really dumb. I mean, do you think that that's not even being monitored? Because it is. So have a nice life after you finish complaining. Probably not going to be too great. Oh my goodness, just a second. Cloud, we're not going outside right now. No, not right now. Oh, for crying out loud. Stupid thing. It's falling and cutting off my cameras. Sorry. Oh no, when you're 30, then you'll be halfway to 60. Oh, if you only knew my actual age. I am more than close to dead. Oh boy. Too funny. Troll gathering, it seems, right, Hennessy? I mean, honestly, it's really stupid though for them to be complaining about their president like that online, because it's really going to get flagged and like, well, good luck going against the government. That's all I gotta say. Oh boy. So this has been a lot of fun. A lot of laughs, a lot of silliness, whatever, right? It's always good to have fun. Oh, Chica, I just love you. You're just on it. You're just so on it. I'm like, look at you go. Look at you go. Love it. Right, Gigi? She's all over it. 59 years younger. Oh, boy. I am actually 60. Kidding. Oh, boy. I don't really get him. I know, right? She's on it. Like, pew, 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 pew. She's got the stopwatch right there. Like, come on. Come, try it again. Come on, I dare you. Try it again. Time goes off. She's like, boom. Oh, so funny. I had to go across the street to get beer because you said you were out of beer, is what you said. Not even worth the time investigating who that person is. It's already flagged. You can't complain about the president and not have it be flagged. They're a bunch of idiots to think that they could just troll around online and, that they're not going to be found out. Like your freaking IP addresses are already marked down when you do stuff like that. Like, you're just stupid. And do it enough times and see where you end up. Probably nowhere alive, So good luck. Like popping balloons. I know, right? She's just sitting there with the stopwatch, like, 290, 91, 92, 93. Boom! She's just right on it. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Hello, Engizabra, if I'm saying that properly. No, Michael, I'm joking. I'm really joking. But I'm a lot older than 29. Oh, boy. Why can't you see the comments? Because you already blocked the person, Miss Shaylee. when you block them from you, you won't be able to see anything else. So you could go into your community settings, I guess, and take them off the block. But what you really want to do is you want to time them out, or, like if you block them yourself, you're not going to see anything else after that from that person. Nate, I just finished saying how stupid people are when they do stuff like that. Like, what the fiddle? Clearly you didn't understand me. I don't play, right, Chica? You're sitting there with the damn broom, eh? Like, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Too funny. Well, if they're going to be rude to me, they're, it's not going to get them any good karma. Let's just say that. Wrench in hand, broom in the other. Oh, boy. Well, it is absolutely gorgeous outside. I personally am going to go and enjoy the rest of the day. I am going to get a little bit of sun because, let's face it, we could all use a little bit of glowing, right? And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I seriously wouldn't share stuff like that if I was you. I'd be keeping my opinion to myself. It's the old rule of if you can't say something nice, maybe just don't say anything at all. And especially if you're talking about your president and you're wanting to bash him and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't have very positive things to say about him. But I seriously don't think it's going to get you anywhere good when you're bashing your president or you're bashing my country or whatever you're choosing to do like that. Ugh. Let that happen to his family member and see how he likes an Amber Alert then. Oh, you just heard that. Hey, Hennessy, did you scroll back to hear it? I could not believe that caller. I mean, it was actually recorded and shared with us. And the 911 operator is trying to tell him, like, listen, this was in regards to a child abduction. And the guy just cuts her off. And he's like, I don't give a like, whoa, buddy. For real? I would hate to be the I would hate to accept that karma. Like, damn. Yeah, but when you're sharing those kinds of opinions that are negative about your president online here with me, you're actually sharing it with the world. And I don't think that's very smart. And I'm trying to tell you guys that. But hey, if you don't want to listen, go ahead, keep bashing, but you're not going to get accepted here. It's going to get blocked. Your choice. You just use us and then throw us away. What are you talking about, Nate? I can't bring all of my equipment with me out there. I told you guys I'll definitely do a live outside soon, but and I'm not using you. What are you talking about? We are communicating together on our regular live show, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time, every Tuesday and Saturday, with the exception of May 28th next week. So that's the only one that I've ever postponed. Otherwise, I have, well, not always done, but since I started the 2 lives, I have consistently always done both of them every week. I've never missed one with you guys. So I hope to see you all come back and join me for the next one on Saturday. Go get a tan. You're funny. I'm definitely going to go feed my cats. It's lunchtime for them, and I have a few things to do, but getting sun is going to be one of them, because let's face it, if you don't enjoy the small things in life, you're just going to become a rude prude, upset, whatever. Yeah, he did go buy more beers. He's just forgotten to share them. I'm bugging. I'm just bugging. Eric Jenkins. Hello, hello. A lot can happen in hours. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Maybe it'll be something amazing, right? If not, I'll just be happy that it was a great day. Yeah, no, definitely. Hennessy, little 8-year-old Salem, is totally lucky that the officials found her in 8 hours and she wasn't harmed that we know of. So hopefully he didn't do anything to her, and she can move on and have a happy, healthy life kind of thing. But yeah, much love. We always do a couple of hours, every Tuesday and Saturday. Sometimes it trails into a longer amount of time, but today I'm like super warm and I really want to get out and finish up the rest of my day. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. I absolutely love hanging out with everybody and chatting. You guys are my lovelies. I love you all. And so I hope to see you guys come back on Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. And hopefully see you then. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you guys again soon. Next live is going to be, as I said, on Tuesday or Saturday. Okay. Saturday's the next live, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Tuesday's the next one, but on the 28th, I have another meeting for the day, so I won't be able to do the live at 2. It might be later on in the evening. I'll pop in, maybe have a glass of wine with you guys on the 28th versus doing the live at 2 p.m. So if you have time to join, that would be great to see you there. I think Sherry, good stories, bad things. Well, bad things, hoping to make this world better. Love you for it. Yeah, trying to be the light in this dark world. Dark, cold world, right? Trying to be the light in the life for you all to enjoy. Next time he calls for help, he should be ignored. They have his address. Who are you talking about, Hennessy? Next time who? The picture you posted yesterday is hot. Thank you, Kobe. Look, I don't know what Hennessy's talking about, though. Maybe he's gone. It's okay. All right, guys. Much love. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And I will, if you enjoyed the time here, throw up the like sign. It really, it shows me a form of support. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and come back and join me. Mwah, 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 mwah. To all of you guys, I love you all. I seriously would not be able to do this without you. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your views. And I will see you guys on Saturday at 2 p.m. I'll probably do a video update in between then and now, just so you guys can see me. I usually do 3 to 4 uploads a week. So I hope to see you guys at every one of them. Bye for now. Much love.